everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of The Crow, a 1994 movie that I just adore. I think this movie is really interesting because I feel like it is very much centered in the time and place in which it came out. I mean, the gothic look, the music, which is, I think, so important to the success of this film, is all very much rooted in the just society of the time, with like bands like Nine Inch Nails and Marilyn Manson and STP and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it really worked with the type of society that was around at the time that it came out. That said, I don't think it is rooted to the time that it came out. I think that it is a story that is like just will always appeal to people, that I think works no matter how old or how young the film is. For those of you that aren't aware of this movie, which I hope there's not too many, basically it tells the story of a gentleman who is killed alongside the woman that he loves, and then on the year anniversary of that day is allowed to come back and seek revenge on the people that did him and his loved one wrong, and has some supernatural abilities, but essentially just makes it, what it does for him is that he can't just be killed through typical means, but otherwise he's the same guy he used to be. And it happens to be played by Brandon Lee, the son of the famous martial artist Bruce Lee, and a gentleman who, of course, had some of the abilities of his dad. I don't think was anywhere necessarily as skilled as his dad, but also was more skilled in martial arts than the vast majority of people. And this movie is also famous for a very tragic reason, in that during the shooting of the film, a prop gun was shot off with a blank inside of it, and it ended up actually putting something into the body of Brandon Lee, and it resulted in his untimely demise, which is horrific. However, the film that they made, I think, really stands the test of time. I mean, it is one that I feel like anybody can relate to. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not an experience obviously that most people have. Most people do not understand what it might feel like to have the person that they love most just destroyed in front of them in a very violent act. However, I do feel like most people have really cared about somebody and can empathize with how that might feel, and the desire to seek revenge on the people that did that, I think, would be kind of universal. If you get yourself into that headspace, you can really empathize with his character, and also kind of take some pleasure in the manner in which he unleashes hell upon those that did him so wrong, and also did wrong to so many other people in the area in which he lived, and the area that he loved so much. I just think it was just an exceptionally well told movie and story. That aside, the action is awesome, man. Some of the death scenes are so great, and I love how every single one of the characters that he goes out to seek revenge on are very different. Like, you have kind of the common cool guy, you have the knife guy, you have the kind of crazy guy. I mean, it just runs the gamut. And I also really like how they have some supporting characters for you to care about as well. Like, there's a girl that you find out that him and his loved one were kind of taking under their wing because her mother had real drug addiction problems, and her inclusion in the film is awesome. And Ernie Hudson being there as the officer that was there when they died, and knows what they went through, and kind of stands back and lets him do the things he does to those that did him so wrong. I thought he was great. I really feel like this is a exceptionally well told story in every way. I mean, I think it's beautifully shot. I think the music really serves the tone of the film. I think the performances, although there's nobody in this movie that gives like an Oscar caliber role, but that's not what this movie is about. They all give the type of role, the type of performance that really fits the style of film that this is. I just absolutely dig this movie in pretty much every way. So those are my thoughts on The Crow. Let me know in the comment section below what you think, if you're a big fan, whatever. Other than that, please hit that like button, hit that share button, and I say that because that will make it so that other people will hopefully discover this video and come and check it out. And other than that, again, I say other than that, apparently I'm not too good at speaking tonight, but other than that, please hit that notification bell, hit that subscription button. It'll let you know when I put out a new video. You can come and join the conversation, and because I absolutely love talking to people about movies, and I'd love you to be one of them. Other than that, have yourself a good day.